This is it, class. This is the last unit we'll cover this semester for U.S. history. Our last unit of study focuses on the Cold War. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to show you a brief overview of what we'll be covering for the last 3 weeks of class together, but also our final project, your final assessment for U.S. history this year. Objectives is a multi-pronged approach for helping you make the connections between the end of World War II, which we just covered, and the Cold War, which we're going to get into. The hope is that you understand how the Korean War and the Vietnam War in Asia were part of a larger worldwide conflict, and that you can begin to understand the effect of Soviet spies and suspected spies on the American way of life. Along the way, we'll learn about the Bay of Pigs incident and the Cuban Missile Crisis, and we'll understand the space race and its effects on American culture. How exactly are we going to learn all of these pieces of information? How are we going to learn the important content for this unit? Of course, we're going to have in-class lectures and note-taking, right? Like that's a main staple of what we do. We're going to have some focused reading because that's just what we do too. You're going to have to read closely and pay attention and annotate the text. Gallery walks, you betcha. We're going to do one on Monday and Tuesday when we come back from break. And station activities, like, duh, we love doing that, right? So, one more way we're going to learn this content. One big thing. Have we figured it out yet? We've been talking about it. We've been hinting at it. Here it is. Our final project together, a whole class debate. The whole class. All of you will be in one giant debate. Communism versus capitalism, Soviet Union versus the United States. We're going to have some fun. Exactly, are we going to do the debate? So, every one of you, all of you, will be placed into one of two teams for the remainder of our class, beginning right now. We have Team A, the Soviet Union and communism. Team B will represent the United States and capitalism and democracy. How will the debate be scored? Well, this is our final project. This is your final for this class. It is going to be worth 100 total points. That's 100 assessment points or test points. Each group member, each one of you, will utilize all the skills we've learned throughout the class. Speaking, how to be engaging, the art projects, audio-visual presentations. We're going to take every individual skill we've learned and some that you're going to be taught now, and it will all come together in one entire presentation. Some of those skills that we've learned along the way this semester, the critical thinking skills, of course, strategic reading and knowing how to comb through the text, primary source analyzation, duh, we're history classes, right? Digital media, engaged listening, persuasive speaking. We're going to cover all of it. This debate project is going to let us use all of those various skills we've learned throughout the previous 5 units and wrap up everything nice and tidy with a little bit of organized chaos. Some of you may be wondering where you fit within this debate structure, where you fit within your team. There are many roles that need to be filled throughout the debate. Not all of them are debate roles or speaking roles. We have some leadership roles, we have some speaking roles, obviously, and there's also a lot of roles for those of you who don't wish to participate, who don't wish to engage in debate with your classmates. We're going to go over those roles right now. So we do have a team captain position. Captains, one person per team, are responsible for keeping each team on schedule throughout the entire work week and preparing the entire team for the debate. Captains will be checking in regularly with me and providing updates on their team's progress. Captains may serve in any of the following individual roles in addition to their duties as captains. And our team captains for the debate are, for first period, Justice and Carissa. For second period, Mariah and Dom. And for third period, Mike and Daniel Kim. Here we can see the list of students and where they will be on which team. This is for first period. And here are the team placements for second period. And the team placements for third period. Now the actual debate. Okay, so we have a team captain, and the team captain can serve any of the following four distinct roles. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The debate team will be made up of 3 students and only 3 students. Each team will have 3 debaters that must be able to answer questions presented from the debate moderator, me, live in class. They must be able to listen critically to the questions and responses from the opposing team. Debaters must be able to present their answers and/or their arguments in response to both the debate moderator, me, and the opposing team. The debate will also have a research team. Each team will have a research team made up of 4 to 5 students. Researchers will be responsible for working closely with the debaters, ensuring they have the relevant information before the debate. Researchers will work with the debaters during the debate to fact check the opposing team and offer notes to the debaters to counter any point made by the opposing team. So we have a team captain, one person in charge of their entire team. We have the 3 debaters, students who are going to actively engage in the debate with the opposing team and the moderator. Those debaters are supported by their research team who will sit right behind them and fact check the other team to try to gain an advantage. Each team will also have between 3 and 5 positions available for the propaganda team. This is the art and crafts side of the project. The propaganda team will be responsible for making at least 4 posters for their team and country to be displayed during the debate. The propaganda posters must represent the debate categories, must be in full color, visually appealing, and representative of the Cold War era. You can use any materials in class, any of the art supplies, during your work week to prepare your propaganda material. These are samples of popular propaganda posters from the Cold War era, the top 2 representing the Soviet Union, the bottom 2 representing America or capitalism, democracy. For the propaganda team, the posters must represent the following categories. At least 4 posters are required. So you don't have to do them all, but you have to do at least 4. Their military strength, the way of life, religious beliefs, political leaders from the Cold War, economic policies, and workers. Lastly, we have the audiovisual team. The audiovisual team can be made up of between 3 and 5 students, and they're responsible for making an introductory video representing their country's ideology, beliefs, and culture. The video must be between 1 to 3 minutes long, contain accurate visuals and/or representations from the Cold War era. This video will be played as an introduction to your group before the in-class debate. How is this all going to play out? When we come back from break, each student placed into 1 or 2 teams will be graded accordingly to their individual rubric for their chosen or designated role. So each of you are going to be responsible for your own contributions towards your team aspect. So if you're the audiovisual team, you'll be graded on how well you participate in preparing and making the audiovisual presentation. If you're the propaganda team, you'll be graded on how well you participate towards that group effort and how well you make the audio or make the propaganda posters. If you're part of the research team, you'll be graded on how well you're answering the prepared questions and how well you're preparing the debaters. If you're part of the debate team, you'll be graded on how well you're preparing for the debate, how well you're responding to the material while you rehearse it or practice it during the work week. If you're the captain, you're graded on how well your team functions overall, in addition to your individual responsibilities. Now, students who fail to participate towards their team goal will not receive credit for the finished product, meaning if you're absent, you don't receive the points for your team that day and your individual points. These are assessment points. So your daily participation and work count towards your grade. If you're there and you're not helping contribute towards your team's success, it will be reflected in your individual grade. And as a bonus, the team with the best overall performance in the debate, propaganda posters, introductory video, and the actual debate will receive a 10% bonus, 10 extra assessment points. This is a breakdown of how those points will be distributed during our debate week, the last week of school. There are 10 points available for daily performance. Okay? 10 points per day, 4 days total. 3 work days and then 1 presentation day. If you miss a day, you're missing out on 10% of the total possible points for this project. Your specific role, how you actually contributed, the propaganda piece you made, the audiovisual presentation, the promotional video, or how you fared during the debate, that's worth a total of 40 points or 40%. And we will have reflection questions after the debate performance. After the debate has ended, 20% of the final project grade is determined by your answers on the reflection piece. And again, the 10% bonus for the winning team, the best overall team during the debate. And lastly, because this is finals, because this is our last unit, because every day for the next 3 weeks, we're going to cover this material. We're going to get through background material on all of the potential talking points, on all of the potential moderator questions that I'll be directing towards the debaters. Every day that you're in class, on time, at the bell, ready to work, ready to contribute, ready to prepare for this, you'll get 1 extra credit point. Every day you're in class, ready to go when we come back from break. I'm talking in-class lectures, you're there on time. Gallery walks, you're there on time. Station activities, on time. Strategic reading assignments, on time. Every day leading up to the work week and our final week. Every day you're in class, on time, ready to work. You'll get that extra point. It'll be calculated at the end of class on this assignment. That's it. Any questions? Nope. Have a good break. Let's get ready to debate.